Hey y'all, welcome back to Ursa's Life. I am so excited to be back here with you guys again today for another Weigh-In Wednesday. So let's just get right into it. If you guys remember last week, at my Weigh-In Wednesday, I was talking about how I was running it off the rails, doing the most, and I did not expect to have a very good Weigh-In Wednesday. Let me tell you guys, I was shocked, okay? And I was shocked in a good way. When I weighed in, I had lost 2.6 more pounds. Y'all, I don't know how that happened. I am so thankful that it happened. But like I said, I was still writing down the calories for the things that I was eating and still keeping it within the range to ensure I was in a deficit. However, with the amount of carbs that I consumed, even though I was within a deficit, I thought for sure the weight loss would be minimal and I would be retaining water and have some inflammation and things like that from the carbs. But thankfully, I did not. So that was so encouraging to me. I felt really good about it, and I'm just happy. So that puts me at a total of, let me see. Okay, so that puts me at a grand total of 25.6 pounds lost since August 31st of this year. And I am thrilled. Of course, I wish it was 45, 55, but no, seriously, I am thrilled with the 25.6, and I had made a goal of losing 50 by the end of the year, so that is still what I'm pushing towards and still what I want to do, and hopefully I will get it done. But I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna get as close as possible to 50 by the end of this year that I can. So I have the rest of this month and I have all of next month to get it done. So let's cheer on, right? So I hope you guys are doing well too. I'd love to hear how it's going. And when I did my measurements, things were about the same, really not a significant change in inches. So hopefully next week I will see that. And it could just be, like I said, how I'm measuring, because I'm not the best measurer. But I definitely can tell that my body is shrinking in size, and that is good. I'm still seeing differences in my face. I'm seeing differences in my hands. And in my clothing, just like I told you guys last week, I can tell in my shoulders, right across here, and dare I say, I'm feeling some bones under here. Let me get some collarbones. Y'all are gonna see them every video. So, but in all honesty, I am pleased with my progress so far. I'm going to continue on doing what I'm doing, following the Eat Like a Bear to the best of my ability. And when I'm not able to still control the calorie amount that I take in to make sure that I'm still in a deficit. Because like I said, that's what Eat Like a Bear does, right? It is giving you lots of volume to fill you up with foods that are super low in calorie, like lettuce and vegetables, so that you're full, you're satiated, you're satisfied, and you're still having a low number of calories so you lose weight. And it's the simplest, easiest way that I've ever found, and to be able to do it without thinking, right? But there are instances where you just can't do it, so you need an alternative. And for me, it is actually counting the calories in the things that I consume. And I am positive that over the last, I know, 2 weeks, that's the only thing that's kept me from running it off the rails, because I wasn't following Eat Like a Bear strictly. I was doing it some, but not all. And so there was great potential for disaster. Thankfully, that was not the case, so I am very pleased with that. That's a good segue in talking about calories. I know sometimes when we're eating, practicing intermittent fasting, whether you have a 8-hour window, some people eat between, 8 hours a day. I have a cousin who lost a significant amount of weight, is in great shape, and he is a man. He eats between either 11 and 7 or 12 and 8. And it's worked for him, and he's lost a lot of weight. Some people do 4 hours, 6-hour windows. Some people do 1-hour windows with OMAD. I try, my goal is to do OMAD, but at any rate, I'm practicing some level of intermittent fasting throughout the day. So whether it gets extended to 4 hours because I have to eat something before I get to my meal, or it's wider. I try not to have my window wider than 8 hours, and anything less than that is always good. My goal is always 1. So with that said, I know that, it's getting colder, you're starting to want comfy. Well, I know I am. I'm starting to want to do like cozy, comfy things. I'm drinking a lot more coffee because it's warm and it feels good. But then sometimes I just don't want the coffee, or I don't want the taste, or the hot tea. This is something that's good. Broth, because hot broth has almost no calories, and it is very comforting because it's almost like having a cup of soup. So I wanted to show you guys. That's what I'm doing right now as I film. I have this cup, and I just got this at Marshall's. It was on clearance for $5 because it says pumpkin latte. Let me put it up here. This is pumpkin latte, and it is the what is that? I always want to say Lorna Doone, and this is not Lorna Doone. It is Ray Dunn. Ray Dunn, and these are fairly pricey, but this was only like $5 because it was on clearance from Halloween. But it says pumpkin latte, and we have pumpkins. It's not even Thanksgiving yet, so I was like, this is great. It's $5. It stays cool to the touch and keeps my broth hot. And I wanted to show you guys my favorite broth. I used to buy broth in the box, and then I discovered this. Better than bouillon. This stuff is delicious. This is what I cook with. I use the measure, like what it says, like a teaspoon or whatever, 4 cup, and cook rice with it, cook anything, like when I'm making meals for the family, whatever you're doing. This adds so much flavor for anything that requires water. This adds flavor. And then I also use this to make chicken stock for something that actually needs chicken stock, like soup. So what I've done is I've taken a big heaping teaspoon of this and put it into hot water from my Keurig in this, and I put that same teaspoon of my garlic. Oh, I didn't bring it in here with me, but I was looking for the rosemary, sea salt, garlic seasoning that I was talking about. I don't know if I did in the video, but I was sharing about it on Instagram because that seasoning is phenomenal. It's good on everything from fish to meats to vegetables. Everything is delicious. And I couldn't find it. It was sold out, but they had a garlic bread seasoning that was all garlic and something else, no salt in it. And I bought that instead because I said, you know what? I bet I can make my own seasoning if I just have the garlic. And I bought some sea salt, and I actually I have a rosemary plant, so I've actually cut some stems off of it to dry out, and I'm going to make my own rosemary, garlic, sea salt blend so that I have it on hand, and I'll make a whole lot more for a lot cheaper than that little glass container I was buying, and then I'll always have it, right? So the point of that is that I used a spoonful of the garlic seasoning and put in here with the broth, y'all, because this broth it says roasted chicken base. This is the best chicken broth you will get. And so I've had all that flavor, and then I added the garlic. Oh my God. So when you're hungry and you want something just to fill your belly, and you don't feel like drinking water or some kind of cold drink, or you don't want coffee, fix yourself a nice hot cup of broth to sip on. So good. And it's like you're getting soup because of the flavor. And I don't know if it's just me, but chicken noodle soup is comforting. And so just that flavor, like I'm having some soup, is good. And, you know, just kind of gets rid of that craving. Meets the need. And this is only it's only 15 calories per teaspoon. So that's worth it. My sugar-free creamer is the same amount when I put it in my coffee, so it's no difference. And I'll take 15 calories over consuming several hundred any day. This is so good. I already know I'm gonna have another cup. Alright, so that is my Weigh-In Wednesday update. I have and also my trick for getting through the evening after your eating window has closed and you don't want to be scrounging around in the kitchen. Fix you a cup of broth. And of course, coffee and everything else is always good too, but now it's broth. It's cold. I've got the heat on. Finally, I turned the air off about 3 days ago and now I have the heat on. Oh, there was something else too. I told you guys in the last video, I showed you my last ring. Y'all, I have fallen down the modern gents rabbit hole. So I started out with the first one that was called the Princess. It was the Princess cut with the halo around it, real shiny, pretty. I showed you guys that one. Well, I returned that one. And then I got the one that you saw last week, which was the cushion cut. I think it was called the Layla. It's like a 1.25 carat cushion cut. Beautiful ring, beautiful ring. Then I saw the oval. And I love that one. And it's bigger. They have 2 size ovals, 2 size cushion. I got the smaller cushion that I showed last week. Well, this week I got the oval and I went big. I got the 3 carat. I said, why not? So here we are with my oval. Oh my God, isn't she gorgeous? I mean, it just sparkles. It's so pretty. And the band is called the Promise, I believe. It's like a very thin eternity band, which is what I want. I didn't want anything really distracting from the ring. I like a very thin band and just the solitaire with a boom. And that's what I got. So this is what I'm wearing now. And I love it. It's just so pretty. And I, again, like you see, I have very long fingers. And I have big hands, and so this stone is not too big for my hands. With that said, I have also purchased the larger cushion cut ring, and I believe it's called the Claire. It looks just like the one from last week, but it's also 3 carat. So it's actually on the way, and you guys will see it next week. And then I'm done. I'm done. Because what I've seen is that I like the solitaire look the best. I don't like a lot of halos. I don't like a lot of stones like on the actual band. None of that. I just like a clean band and a stone. So I will have 3 solitaires, 2 cushion cut, 1 big, 1 small, and then this oval and my band. And I'm done. And that's going to get me through the rest of this process until these get way too big. And this is already, like, look, it's already, look, I'm pushing it from the bottom. It's already getting loose, which I like. I am not complaining. So these will tide me over until these get way too big, and then I'll get another one. And this ring here that I'm wearing here, this is my $5 ring. It's from, isn't she pretty? Look at her sparkling. She ain't trying to sparkle for $5. And see, it's like got the stretchy on the back. This ring, I love it. My mom saw this ring and was like, oh my gosh, what is that? Thought I'd spent a fortune on a ring. I did not. This is a $5 ring from Paparazzi, and I order it from this lady that I know. She's a paparazzi seller, and I'll put a link to her little store in my thing. She doesn't even know I do this, so if you guys do place an order, if there's a place for a note, let her know you came from Ursa's Life. She'll be shocked. But anyway, other jewelry is only like $5. So I got this ring. I love it. And for a long time, until I was found Modern Gents, I was wearing this ring as like just on my wedding finger because it fit and it's stretchy, and so it like would, you know, it goes in and it stays snug on my finger. But now I just have it on my middle finger on this hand. But anyway, that is my update for the week, my weight update. Next week, for next week's weigh-in, I think what I'm gonna do is try on some smaller clothes and see how they fit. It's not quite time for me to do another jeans fit, but I might try on some and like take pictures so you guys can see the difference in some clothes that were fitting August 31st and how they're fitting now. I don't have any before pictures in some of these clothes, but you'll be able to see from how they're bigger that they're looser. And if I can find pictures of me in anything before August 31st and I still own it, I'll take a picture in it too, so we can see side-by-side comparisons. But like I said, guys, I'm thrilled. I'm in the second week of my latest walking challenge of walking at least a minimum of 1 mile a day every day for 30 days. That's going well. Several of you are walking with me. I'm really excited about that. New people join this time too, and that's wonderful. Movement is life, and you know, yes, we got to get our food right, and that's going to cause us to lose weight, but we also need to be moving to keep our hearts healthy, our bodies healthy, and just to stay active and alert. And I just feel better the more that I move. So you can see I post every day on Instagram. I'll share a picture, and I also share my Apple Watch to show how far and how long I walked, so you guys can see. That's my accountability post. So you see I am walking 1 mile minimum every day, and I take a picture. And I think that is it. Be on the lookout, because I am going to share how I make the I'm going to share how I make my seasoning, so that's going to be a video. And also I've recruited my son. He's going to help me to do a cooking video. So be on the lookout for those. Let me get another drink. Y'all, that is so good. Oh, that is so good. So, all right, you guys, that is it for the day. As always, like and subscribe, share, check out all the Facebook and Instagram, and do all the things. And please let me know if you're walking. I would love to know if you're walking. And this is going to go right through into the first week of December, so it will keep us active and moving through the holidays. And let me know what you're going to be cooking for the holidays too. And I will talk to you later. Bye.